Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch. We ain't worry about none, we celebrating.
Woo! What's up,
going
big
on,
homie?
everybody? What's going on,
Yes.
West? Happy St. Patty's Day to all you lovely individuals.
Woo!
Welcome back to another PulseNation episode. How you doing, my boy?
I'm chilling. You see, I got my boy ATX behind me right here. You
let
don't know. What's up, people? We back. We live. We the most bullish people in the community. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Very excited to be here, man. Very excited.
Share this out with everyone, folks. Get the stream out to as many people as you possibly can as well. Oh, look at that PulseNation swag. Ooh.
Come on, you see it.
Hey, but yeah, guys, you know what's gonna be happening. We got another episode coming at you right now. We're gonna be diving into some fun topics, looking into the ecosystem, looking into the sentiment of what's going on with the ecosystem. We're diving into some more yield farming strategies and different planning, and that's kind of what's on the table for now. Again, any questions that y'all got, you're welcome to throw them in chat. We may not get to them all. We may not see them all. If you do throw a super chat in there, we definitely always see them. So 100%. Feel free to do whatever you want, when you want. It's much love to everyone. But what matters the most is that you like the video, you share this video out, and you subscribe to our channel. If you ain't subscribed to mine, subscribe to me. If you ain't subscribed to my boy Wes, subscribe to my boy Wes.
Please.
And if you're watching on mine, go click like on his. Go click like. Go do it.
Yeah. Just jump over and then jump back. Do what you got to do, man.
Have fun.
We'll throw some commercials throughout the stream. So, yeah, man. Guys, we're going to talk about yield farming today. A lot of people have been asking me, how they can earn incentive token and whatnot. So, ATX will run through that. Also, we're going to talk about the site. The website's coming, the clothes, the gear. Be prepared. We're going to have a lot of new merch on the way. That's very exciting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
facts on facts.
Honestly, man, the yield farming thing, to see how much incentive I was able to earn, just from setting that little farm up. You helped me set one up a long time ago. Yep. And it's just, bro, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to see.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
honestly,
I told you my buddy had forgot about his for a while, right? He had just completely forgot. And then he came back and looked at it the other day, and whether or not it was like connecting on a different wallet the whole time, and came back and he looked at his incentive, and I think that was back when it was just like $3, and then the thing went up to $4, and then I think he was making like 10 grand a day for every dollar it went up, or something like that. It was something in that ballpark. And and then we actually hit a high of like 10 so far in the most recent local top. And so you're just looking at it from there, and you're like, bro, people are getting paid, man. People are definitely getting paid. You don't have to take on massive risk for anything as well. So we're gonna be diving into some of that as well today.
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Run through it real quick. I see we got Gloria, as always, PulseNation in the building. We got Maddie Allen says, let's go. Great thumbnail, by the way. Let's talk about the thumbnail, man. Well, are we getting jobs soon, man? We go back to McDonald's?
We're wrecked, bro. It's doom and gloom, guys. That's it. That was it. That was the bull run. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all had some fun.
Alt season's over, dog. Bull run's in. It's a wrap. Pack it up. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Oh, man. So much, so funny on that for sure. It is definitely a great thumbnail. And man.
Definitely, man. People are terrified.
Might as well go make some additional capital, some additional bread to be buying up these dips with, y'all.
Bro, I slept on that incentive token, man. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen the power of that incentive token, the way that thing pumped, I ain't sleeping on that thing again, bro. I want to earn that thing while I sleep. That's what I'm doing. Very exciting.
My buddy did a crazy play. And, we talk about it all the time. We just bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that. And it's good. It's good. If y'all don't have someone to bounce ideas off in crypto, just be ready to make some mistakes. Mistakes are just simply learning lessons. That's all it is. If you got someone to bounce your ideas off each other, you can kind of give, your 2 cents on different strats and that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, you got to take the own responsibility. You got to take responsibility for whatever the outcome is. So whatever we talk about in the video, whether it be buying, whether it be yield farming, whether it be doing this, whether it be doing that, understand at the end of the day, you're the one who clicked that. Okay.
Yeah, don't go crazy.
Don't go crazy with anything, but at the same time, my buddy's like, dude, F it, I'm in, like he goes 100%.
Oh, he's going crazy?
I don't do the 100%, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Oh, he's 100%.
I got several folks who did different, strats for different folks, and everyone at the end of the day has to be comfortable with that at the end of the day, right? Like he's definitely way out earning me at this point in time. So congratulations.
Ooh, he
right?
put 100%. Let's go, baby.
Right. And dude, when it hits, it's gonna hit, man. It's gonna hit.
Now let me ask, is he doing it the safe way, like PulseX, or is he doing like other like the other?
No, he's doing a little bit more aggressive play, but he's a lot smarter when it comes to actually understanding how it all works too. He's not going in blind. He's done yield farming before. It's not like he's going in without understanding of how the impermanent loss works and where the actual money is lost at and all that good stuff. So when you have a good understanding, you can take the more risk. It's just how it goes in general, right? There's a reason why most people start with just Bitcoin or Ethereum, for example. They could get some little 2-3x on this, but at the same time, like, you could also end up getting a whole lot more going with other altcoins and all that good stuff. So everyone's got to be willing to take their own risk tolerance and be able to sleep at night. That's what matters.
Be able to sleep at night. That's very important. I'll be back up and running in a second, people. My camera said not today.
Not right now.
Let's see who else is in the chat, man. We got a bunch of people here. Gloria as well. Crypto Kobe, what up? Let's go. Hero the Hexagon is here as always. Good to see you guys, man. Oh, it's a lot. We got 200 people live, bro. ATX, man. We popping these days, man. What happened?
Of course.
What happened? I remember we started, we was getting like 30 live, you know what I'm saying? Like now we up to 200. Let's go, people. Appreciate all y'all. Disciples lurking in the chat. He might be on soon.
Open this barbershop. I need a cut, says Ozzy Stone. I'm sure you pulled it up. I may have missed it. But Ozzy Stone says open the barbershop. I need a cut. So, you know what I mean? Please like the video for sure. Like and subscribe. Share this out. Get it out to so many people as you possibly can. Understand what it is, folks.
Yeah, man.
Understand what it is.
So what are we getting red candles out here, bro? Are we dumping right now? What's going on?
Everyone is capitulating right now again, right? And what's funny is I have a little chart drawn, and you can see, 50 weeks to shake out the weak hands, and I mean, we're not too far off right now, but we still got. I mean, if you want to talk about shaking out the weak hands, you still got another 38 days to shake out the weak hands before the 50-week level hits, right? And so, whenever I look at this little chart right here, this is what I meant. This is what it means to me. Look right here, 50 weeks shake out the weak hands. Boom. That's the call out. That's when it is. Pulsechain launch May 12th, 2023. And right in this time frame, bro. What's gonna happen during that time period? We've already seen people absolutely get rent. But guess what? Guys? At the end of the day, this is normal, okay?
Bro,
like
I was
this
just gonna
is
say.
100% normal in crypto. What's going to be funny, and this is something I was just chatting with the Patreon piece too about, is people are going to get like, imagine this, bro. This is Bitcoin. I'll share it for 2 seconds. Bitcoin hit $74,000, massively good. It goes down to 64,000. People are losing their mind. What happens when Bitcoin goes down to 50,000, y'all? And by the way, that would be an average correction. A 30% is not like it's that far-fetched. 30% corrections happen all the time. So from here, imagine a 30% correction and people go down into the 50K Bitcoin price. Bro, imagine the people that are going to be freaking out, bro.
Freaking out, man. I mean, they're freaking out now. I saw a very funny meme. I wish I could pull it up. I may pull it up later, but it basically showed like a hot chick, and it said like Bitcoin at 68,000 last week. And then it says Bitcoin at 68,000 today. And it was like she looked like a man at that. It's just so funny how people have such short-term memory. Last week, you were so happy Bitcoin was 68,000. This week, it's like, oh, fuck, man. You know what I mean? Like, and same with Pulsechain, bro. This is a part of the game. Disciple made a good point on Twitter today. He said, what did he say? Disciple, he was like, bro, people have such short-term memory. Y'all don't understand that dips are a part of the game, man. We dip before, we dip again, and we go up. It's just corrections happen, y'all. Just understand it happens.
Well, this is why they say zoom out. This is why that phrase zoom out matters. Zoom out, y'all. This is where Pulsechain was. Okay, so here's where it was. Here's where it is now. Zoom out. Okay. Zoom out.
You think it's gonna touch the bottom? You think it's going all the way back down to the bottom?
Dude, it can go all the way down to 4 zeros and a 6 right here in this region, and it would still be on a bullish trend. Like, do I think it goes that low? No. right?
Yeah,
But could it happen? Dude, anything's possible in crypto, y'all. That's another thing you're going to learn. Could it go down into this region? 100%. 60% dips happen quite often in crypto, right? So there could be a day where you see Pulsechain. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't personally think it's going to happen, but there could be a day where it goes down to 4 zeros and a 6, and it would still be in a bullish uptrend.
Yeah, you don't know.
But again, talk about shaking out the weak hands, man.
Gotta shake him out, man. Hey, shout out to Derek Purcell with the $5 super chat. He says, I cannot wait for this next PulseNation stream. I got more HEX, Pulse, and incentive on the dip. Not going anywhere. Shout out to PulseNation, man. Facts, bro.
Right.
Shout out to PulseNation, man. Yo, PulseNation kept me going, man. In the darkest times of the bear, bro, it was like you needed somebody. Before PulseNation, it was Crypto 7, right? Crypto 7, then ATX popped up on the scene, and then we formed PulseNation, and it's like, bro, I've been coasting through this bear market, man. Just coasting. Very happy. I don't see the dips, man. I only know about the dips when y'all post the charts on Twitter. I don't even look to check, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I'm just mad it happened because I done spent all this money and I'm seeing this dip. Yo, that money could have went right into this dip, bro. So I'm just sitting there like, yo, man, excited. I don't care where Pulsechain goes.
There's always times, and again, I just look at it from a standpoint. Again, I come from a frugal mindset already. The whole, the financial independence, retire early movement. Again, I've said this already in the past, but there's a reason why there's a fire at the end of my name. It stands for financial independence, retire early. And so keep that in mind. So whenever I look at it, I come from already this frugal mindset that I looked at it. So I'm like, dude, I can go buy, we'll say a $500 camera, a $1,000 camera, a $10,000 camera, whatever you want right now, which is possible. Or I can be patient, put that money to work for me in the meantime, whether it be staking my HEX, whether it be putting it into PulseX or incentive, whether it be doing those items, and then letting it be a 12-month delay. So that way in 12 months, that $10,000 that was once spent on just a camera that may get used, may not get used, could in fact be 100,000, 200,000. So instead of buying one camera, you can go buy 10 or 20 or 30 cameras, right? Then it feels a lot easier to go spend that kind of capital. But what happens is people go spend that money right now. They could have used that money to invest into a future that bettered themselves. But they only can see what's presently in front of them at this time.
You can never have enough Pulsechain, PulseX, and HEX, bro. That's one thing I know.
I feel like that's 100% the case.
You can never have enough.
So that's the thing I always say, dude. Have levels and tiers. The first level, be attainable easily. Second level, a little bit harder. Third level, a little bit harder. Fourth level, a little further. Fifth level, shoot that shit into the moon. See what happens, right? Have a crazy little mindset that says, dude, if I could get this, that would be mind-blowing to me. If you have a goal initially of, we'll say 10 million pulse, that's the first level. Second level, 100 million. Third level, 250. Fourth level, 500. Fifth level, 1 billion. And if you start at 10 million, to get to $1 billion, you're like, that's almost like a far-fetched number in your head, because maybe that's all that you only have a little bit of capital that you can deploy all the time. But over time, just with constant discipline and perseverance, you might not get to $1 billion. Let's just say, what if you get to 750 million? Congratulations. But you put forth a goal to hit different levels. So when you end up attaining your level and goal, please have a higher level and goal. Same thing for your portfolio, guys. If your portfolio and you want to say $1 million, $2 million, $10 million, $50 million, $100 million, put something so far out there and so far fetched that you're like, dude, if it does this, wow. Put something so freaking far out there that's a wild number in your head. Because what happens is you're going to reach that $1 million portfolio. And then you're going to be like, what? This is more money than I've ever seen. Oh my gosh.
Just wait.
And what happens is you end up cashing out. You end up selling 50% of the bag. You end up doing all these things. And what people forget to take account of, I see Disciple in the chat. So what's up, Disciple?
It's a very, I think we're afraid.
You guys think they know what the fuck they're talking about. You guys think you know what the fuck. I've been watching these charts all fucking year. I've been watching them all year.
Yep.
Now you got RH. The only way it's going up is if he pumps it. You're talking about all this staking,
single-sided staking.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all, man? How y'all
What up,
living,
big
man?
homie?
What up, big homie, man? I just
We're
came to say
talking-
what's up, man.
We were talking about the tiers in life, man. The tiers on your portfolio, the tiers that you got to set, because when you end up hitting certain tiers, if you don't have a higher goal ahead and a further goal ahead, and you don't know what to do when you reach that level, right? So put yourself different tiers, man. When you hit that $1 million portfolio, go for the 2, go for the 5, go for the 10. Because if you lock yourself in at $1 million and you think that's the highest that you're gonna get, then you're gonna do something silly and wreck yourself, like cash out, and you're gonna do like this market sell. I can't even imagine just market selling just $1 million because you don't know any better, but you end up losing 30% of the value right away through slippage, for example. And then all of a sudden you got to pay taxes on that as well, and you didn't plan for the taxes, and then like all these different things that you don't even think about, right? Or you took out the $1 million, and then guess what? You start putting that $1 million into other shit tokens, and then what happens? They do terribly, and then what happens? You still owe tax on taking out $1 million, and so at the end of the year, now you owe the tax man, $300,000, and you ain't got no money to show for it.
Good luck.
But you didn't set up a plan in place to properly prepare. I'm telling you right now. So make sure that you got set tiers, but not only set tiers, higher goals, folks. Think bigger. Think bigger.
Yeah. But you got to have the mindset for longevity in order to hit those goals. Like if you're thinking we're just going to go straight to the moon in one shot, and you're not understanding how this thing cyclically goes up, But there are parabolic moves. Don't get it twisted. We've already seen many parabolic moves, that's gotten us back to these levels. But we got bigger things coming. The bear market truly has affected a lot of people. Even some of your favorite influencers have been affected over this bear market, to the point that they want you to believe that this thing can only 2x or 3x from here. Yep. And unfortunately, people are going to take the bait,
Yep.
But hey, we're just going to keep riding.
Part of the game, man. Shake them out. Some people not going to believe. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Like you say, every time I share somebody that's like, oh, I'm done with the RH ecosystem, you send that little video where the guy's swirling around his glass and sipping it.
Sensational.
Sensational. Sensational.
Get out.
Get out, man. We want him out of here,
I love
bro.
that. I love that so much. Yeah, that gift, man. Yes. Every single time something happens, you just get that sensational, bro.
Shake out the weekends, bro. Not everybody can hold, bro.
Yeah. No,
but
yeah.
One of the things that I've seen. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I was gonna say I started an ink form because I wasn't forming my ink. I was just kind of collecting it from the other LP that I had been going for the whole time, and then I've collected enough ink now to where it's a nice little bag, man. It's a nice little bag. So I was like, what am I doing with this right now? I want this everything to keep making me money, man. So I set that thing up and bonded it with some PLS, I believe. I think I paired it with PLS. And man, I checked it this morning. I was like, let's go, champ.
Let me ask you, bro. You gonna hold that ink, or you gonna swap that ink for some PulseX, man? What you thinking about doing with that ink, man?
Probably in the future. I'll end up swapping it. But right now, man, I'm really excited to see what happens with it, man. I'm excited to see what it, because I'll use that ink and peel off a little profit and pay off some things that I got going on this side, put it in the fiat, and actually, I got some things that I want to do later on this year.
Facts.
So when I'm looking at if ink performs the way that we think it could, I might not ever touch my PLXX bags until shit.
You might buy a car with that ink. You might make a car payment with that ink.
Yeah.
Passive income, baby. Passive income. So
I'm really excited about what ink is doing. I don't know where it's going to go or how it's going to work out, or as the bull market continues to rock. But I remember y'all showing those the testnet numbers. I was like, God, oh my goodness.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, dude, there's definitely different strategies when it comes to yield farming. I guess we can just talk about it real quick, since we're bringing it up on topic. So when it comes to yield farming, by the way, if y'all have any questions about this stuff, like I put a little video in the description. It says like how to yield farm, all that good stuff. So if you actually want to, you're welcome to go check it out after you're done watching this one and just try to learn some more information. If we don't exactly cover all the exact topics right here, because today just a quick little tutorial video. So when it comes to yield farming, first we're just talking about yield farming only on PulseX. I don't care about yield farming on any other protocol. I'm not yield farming on any other protocol. Just FYI, okay? So the first thing you have to do is you have to set up liquidity. You have to buy both tokens. So in this example, you have to first figure out what tokens that you need. So you go into PulseX and you go into the farms. This is only on V1. By the way, dude, I can't wait for this. Dude, whenever I see this go here and these go live. Woo-wee. Anyways, neither here nor there. Only on V1. Okay, so first you look into the farms and you say, okay, cool. PLSX, PLS. That makes sense. DAI, PLS. Stablecoin, USDC to PLS. Wrapped Ethereum to PLS. USDT to PLS. This just tells you what two tokens that you need. Okay, so the first thing is understanding that you need 50-50. So if you have any of these tokens and you have $2,000 in one token, you got to have $2,000 in the other token. That is how this basically works. This is not a V3 system, meaning you can do one more than the other. This is 50-50. So with that 2,000 and 2,000, you would then go into the protocol. Say you wanted to do the Ink Pulse farm, like example for what Disciple was talking about. When you go into, you actually need to get the Ink Pulse WL or the Ink Pulse LP token. So you actually need to go in here and open up that token. So you need to buy whatever it is. So if you have, we'll say 20 million Pulse, you would need to have 406 ink in order to open this particular farm, because once again, it is a 50-50 split. So if I have 2581 here, I got to have 2581 here. Pretty easy to understand how that works. The next thing is understanding your percentage of the pool. This kind of matters, but not really too much. This would matter more so if it actually came down to this would actually matter. It matters some, but again, like we aren't actually earning the LP fees. This is only for earning ink. Okay, nice. So make sure you're on V1. If the goal is to earn the incentive token, you can only do so on V1. I will say again, you can only do so on V1. So make sure that you add the liquidity inside of V1. Once you have your liquidity set up, you would actually go back in here once again and actually put that LP into the farm and just insert the LP into the farm and start earning some incentive token. Now you can guesstimate how much you might be able to get based on your daily average. So in this situation, we did 5,000. I'll just keep it simple on this one. You would end up getting roughly around 1.28 per day.
Damn.
This is keeping it very simple, but keep in mind, this number is most likely to go down. Okay. Yeah. The more people that join the farm, the lower the APR goes, the lower the ink is you're going to get. So don't just put this out for say a year and be like, if I kept this for 1 year, it would be 596 incentive token. Chances are you're not earning that same APR for that entire year. So if you are trying to estimate, the 1 day and 7 day are pretty good estimators to say this is a good ballpark of what you can expect in at least the short-term future. So in a week, you would earn roughly around 8.5 ink per week. Damn. And this is at just $6 right now for the ink token. So imagine it goes back up to $10, for example. That's $80 per week you would just be earning in yield.
Passive income.
Once you're set in here, you can harvest whenever you want. There is no limit to how many times you can harvest. You can do it daily, you can do it hourly, you can do it weekly, you can do it monthly. You decide when you want to harvest, but you must decide at some point to harvest, or you just let it keep reaping on the ink in the meantime. Now, what is the purpose of harvesting? Well, one, you can harvest your incentive token earned and go back and add more liquidity inside this pair to expedite the process and compound your gains a little bit faster. You can also take the yield earned and swap it for additional tokens that you may be wanting to buy more of. So say, for example, you want to get more Pulse. You can take the ink and just swap it for Pulse. You can also use it to cash out. And that last one is the last little bit that I'll say. So out of all those, you can just do whatever you decide to do. At the end of the day, you got to make that decision.
Now, which one you think is the safest one and why?
Like safest, PulseX.
Right.
Why? Because so far the ratio for Pulse and PulseX have damn near been identical for a close
Bingo.
1 to 2 ratio, right? So if I go and pull up PulseX, for example, on a quick chart, just so that way y'all can see this for a moment here and just get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. This is kind of showing that right now the ratio is close to about 1 to 2. If you want to, I can actually flop the pair so it actually looks a little better and makes more sense. So let's just use this as the example. So again, it makes, whoops, I didn't mean to click that again. I meant to click here and hide.
No problem.
So this is basically showing that for every 1 pulse, you would get 2.2 PulseX. That's basically what this is showing, okay? We've gotten this pretty much since the launch of Pulsechain, anywhere between a 4-to-1 ratio to a 2-to-1 ratio, and with an average of around 3-to-1. So it pretty much bounces in here. So if it wants to go down to 2-to-1, you just have to be patient and wait, and it may end up going back down to a 4-to-1 ratio, and be patient and wait, and it may go back down to a 2-to-1 ratio. None of this really matters when you're farming. Why? Because you're earning the incentive token the entire time. So inside of here, you're going to get very little what's called impermanent loss. Impermanent loss is when something just basically way outperforms the other token. When you're in the yield farm, if you don't know, or when you're providing liquidity, when one token way outperforms the other token, you get less of that token that performed better and more of the token that performed worse. So one of the riskier plays, one of the riskiest plays, should I say, is being inside a stablecoin, non-stablecoin farm.
Beautiful.
A DAI to Pulse farm, a USDC to Pulse farm, a USDT to Pulse farm. These three are going to be the riskiest out of all of them. Because if Pulsechain, should I say when Pulsechain goes and does a 10x and you're inside this farm, all of the Pulse is going to be converted into a stable coin. Okay? So you got to be able to understand that risk alone by being in here. Do you get to earn more? Yes, there's a reason why the APR is the highest out of these choices, because it is the riskiest, whereas this one is the lowest. Why? Because it is the safest.
If that pulse does a 10x on you and you stuck in there, man,
Please come home. I got beans and lonely.
So this is a brief example of how it works. If one token goes off and does a 10x, that is a 1,000% move, okay? Well, actually, technically, it's a 900% move. Whatever, neither here nor there. And the other token, which is a stable coin, meaning you will not get any price appreciation on a stable coin. A stable coin doesn't move. Why? Because it's considered to be a stable coin. Yeah, there's some fluctuations between it bouncing around $1, but you're not going to see a 2x or a 10x, and you're not going to drop 30%, 50% either. It has that same move. It's a stable coin. It stays stable. So with this said, a 10x move on Pulsechain, a 0% move on the stable coin that you're in would give you a 42% impermanent loss. Okay? Now, if you don't understand what that means, again, just basically means you just lost 42% of the Pulse back. We keep it simple on an easy way. You don't have to get real technical on this, but that's how it works.
The way I look at it is like, let's say you have some profits that you put into stables and you don't mind, it's kind of, and I think someone just mentioned it. I was going to say that it's kind of a way you can DCA out with a bag. If you're looking to go into stables, more stables down the line as the price appreciates, then that's a form that you want to enter into because you're actually wanting to get stables to DCA out.
Right.
So it's just got to be mindful of like your strategy and what you want to do and everything like that, and use the system to your advantage.
Same thing can be said when it comes to on the flip side of that too. During, say, a bear market. So whenever the top of the bull is in, if you want to get more of your position and more pulse and more of your token, you would put it inside one of these farms, because the DAI that you have or the stable coin that you have will just automatically buy the pulse as the dip goes, because that means that pulse is underperforming the stable coin. So all of your stable coin, meaning it performed better than your other token, would just be swapping into the pulse token. So it's a beautiful way of getting more. It's like DCAing in as well during a bear market. So that is a great strategy you can use on the upside to cash out and DCA out. You can also use to DCA in during a bear. So keeping all that in mind, these are the riskiest. The DAI stable, any stable coin, non-stable coin, riskiest. Okay. However, gives you some more APR, so you can see the difference in here. Say you had 5,000 instead.
5,000.
Remember how he said? Remember how he said with the PulseX, you would earn roughly around 8. This one gets you roughly around 18 ink per week. Okay, close to 19. So you do get to earn more at a faster rate, but you also run the risk that Pulse could just moon and do a 3x tomorrow, right? Or a 5x tomorrow.
Don't get wrecked.
In those situations, if it does a 3x, you're not really noticing too much. Right here, a 3x is a 13% impermanent loss. You can probably make up the difference between how much ink you've actually earned and what the rewards are and blah, 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 blah. So that's kind of like that last little one. If you're not trying to take that much risk, you're probably pretty safe there, okay? But just know.
Damn, y'all can hear that? Y'all can hear that fire alarm? Damn, y'all got that mic picking up everything.
ATX, man, could you run a play? Can you do like a 50 grand play on the incentive token with that that 100% APR at 120%?
Yeah. So
I just want to see.
Yeah, so back over here. And again, I got buddies who are playing this like this, exactly the same way you just said. So they're going in heavy over here, right? So say you did 50 grand instead, right? So now in the span of one day, you would earn roughly around 26 ink per day. In a week, you would get 184 ink per week. And in 30 days, you're looking at 822 ink per month. So people are doing this. People are in fact doing this, meaning you would have to put up $25,000 worth of Pulse, $25,000 worth of DAI. You throw it in there because it's a 50-50 split.
Good luck.
You let it ride. And then you say, cool, during that time, in 30 days, I have 822 additional ink, which right now is only valued at $5,200. But we've seen what happens when the ink just reaches, say, $10 again, that 822.
Bro, that's scary, bro.
You know, you start getting into a bigger number over here where now you're at 8,000, and you start making up some of that difference on the impermanent loss and all those things, right? So it is possible, but again, with risk.
God.
I ain't touching it, man. It looks juicy, but I do not want to get my coins fucked over.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
be careful, y'all.
I'll share this as simple as I possibly can. I only do 15% of my portfolio in yield farms, personally. I'm okay
This guy said 50%.
with taking that kind of risk, right? I got buddies who go 100%, and so they just outpace me in terms of the amount that they earn. But that's cool because I sleep at night with a comfort level saying I'm earning ink while I'm sleeping. I'm earning ink every day.
You told me 10%, man. When'd you go up to 50%?
No, he said 15. No, 15. 15.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
Yeah, 50,
I'm tripping.
dude.
I'm tripping. I thought you
that's-
said 50. I'm about to,
Bro.
Hey,
I got
y'all,
greedy.
don't go crazy. Don't go crazy,
I
y'all.
literally,
Be careful.
my bag is 15%. It's very simple.
15.
15. My buddy,
Okay.
100%, right? And so, does he earn more than me? Absolutely. Okay. Does he?
How's it been going
to take
for
that
him?
risk? Dude, it's going great for him. Are you kidding
It's
me?
going great, huh?
And
Wow.
so that's the thing. You hear some of these plays, and you say, "Dude, he's doing it. Why don't I just do it?" Right? And at the end of the day, I find comfort knowing that I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah,
I don't have to take the additional risk.
Sleep at night. Yes.
I sleep at night, right? It's the same thing as like people who are in some of these other protocols like Earn or Liquid Loans, and they're at like this 110 collateralization ratio. That's silly and stupid to me. That's dumb.
100%, man.
But they're willing
100%.
to do that risk. And for some people, that's a risk that I'm not willing to take. And dude, I saw someone get liquidated. Jack Plebin got fucking liquidated for 2.6 billion PulseX the other day.
I saw somebody get liquidated for $3 billion.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Hey, man,
That's
hold
crazy.
on. Before y'all finish that statement, man.
Please come home. I got bills damn lonely.
And let me just read this comment because I love this comment, man. Steve Mandy says, "You guys are the only ones worth watching now besides Katie. Hexicans have lost their way following a shit trader like so-and-so who came into Hex late and disregarded it." That's facts, bro. That's facts, man. How many people we've seen turn evil during the bear market, man?
Right.
Just weird. Weird vibes.
So again, like, yeah, there's so many people, bro. So many people, man.
so many.
And again, like, it's not going to stop, y'all. And there's a reason why so few make it in crypto. There's a reason why so few make it into the years, into the future, into the you know, into the far and beyond, because they can't see past today. They can't see past this week. They can't see past this month. And so everyone's like, well, if that thing does this, everyone's going to make so much money. No, everyone gets rinsed along the way because they freak out over a 20% pullback, a 30% pullback. Everyone gets absolutely rinsed. And then they sell bottoms, and they try to buy tops, and then they end up with half their stack that they had if they had just done nothing. All this happens over and over and over. It's the psychology of markets, man. It happens not only in crypto, it's even faster in crypto, but it happens in all markets, man. All markets. I used to watch a trader who traded Tesla back when it was like trading at freaking $30 or something crazy like that, right? And he was doing some trades, and he lost, and he won, and he lost. And you look at it, and if you just held, Tesla's $163 right now, right? If all you had done was just hold. And he was trading in bags of tens of thousands of dollars at a time. And you're like, bro, all you had to do was just freaking hold.
You could have put yourself in a coma, man. Put yourself in a hospital, and you would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how
literally,
how I
Tesla trading back freaking $30 back in 2020, 2019, right?
Wow.
Somewhere in that range. And again, that's not that far. 4 years, guys. Oh my gosh, it's forever. Not really. And then you're looking at it from there, and you could have 4x the bag if you had just done nothing. And that's when Tesla's actually going down. Imagine if you look at it from the stand of where it went up all the time, right? Tesla actually ended up hitting at one point in time $340 or $390 at one point. So you're like a 10x the bag, so, you know, 8x the bag, 9x the bag. But he couldn't wait, couldn't hold. They traded it out, and guess what? They end up with way less tokens at the end of the day. So that's why not everyone's going to be able to make it. That's why you don't see people getting rich in crypto everywhere. And so I just want to share that with everyone. Keep that in mind, because it really does. It really does matter.
Yeah, you got to broaden your time horizon. You know, when Pulse hasn't been a year out. It hasn't been a year, y'all. Come on, what are we talking about? And then there's people that'll say, "Oh, but we waited 2 years for it to launch." That don't count, bro. Pulsechain has not been out for a year, and you guys are just going. Where are all these meme coins that everybody was buying? The other DOA and all this. Who are we still talking about that? Y'all still buying that?
I haven't heard anybody talking about nothing, but that's also because I muted everybody too.
Me too.
Dude, I was like, you want to promote anything? Muted. I was just like, mute, block. Dude, my Twitter got so much better.
Yes, bro. I muted one guy, the fuzzy slipper guy. Twitter is just fucking incredible.
100%.
Incredible, dog.
1000%, as a matter of fact, dude. That was one of those.
All day.
I couldn't quite understand what was going on and the way I was feeling, but then I was like, bro, negative.
Every 5 seconds, negative, bro.
Well, it's just like it was flipping flopping, and again, when you tote the line, you're gonna be one side right, one side wrong, and eventually your call is gonna be correct. You know, it's just how it goes, right? You could be a mega bull and just wait for it to, you know, show what the time shows you, or you could just play the line and guess what? Gain more followers, gain more subscribers, and all that good stuff, right? That's how it goes, man. But then people get absolutely rinsed. I like this passive income.
I love that.
I'm gonna jump off here, man. I'm just gonna listen in the background, man.
Appreciate you, big homie.
Appreciate y'all, man. Great stuff, man. Let's keep rocking,
man. For sure. Yeah, man.
But also, you're earning ink in the meantime. So small bet on ink potential along the way. Also, if you were just farming forever or long term, then you don't mind that move. So another reason why. So let's just go back for like 2 seconds, just because I want to talk more about the PulseX. And guys, I don't want y'all, like, at the end of the day, understand you make the decision as to going in these plays. I'm not 100% in these plays, and I just can't make that clear enough, I guess. But I gotta share it with you because people do it. If you just put your Pulse and PulseX in here, you will earn ink passively during the entire time. Not only that, so looking at this, based on what we just saw a moment ago, even if even if Pulsechain goes off and does a 50x, which we'll just say is a 5,000%, and Pulsechain goes and does a, let's just say 3,000, which is a 30x, guess what your impermanent loss? Oh, see, the impermanent loss right there is 29%. Because that was a bad move on that one, because that's not really correct, the ratios.
Okay.
Let me actually pull up what the actual correct one would be on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Yo,
Here we go.
Y'all turned up in chat, man. Brazology making people laugh, man. What Brazology say, man? Shout out to Brazology, man. Standing up against some of these assholes out here, man. Appreciate you, big homie. Brazology
I
solid,
realized
bro.
what I did. I'm so stupid.
I'm
already so
HEX.
The reason why my math was off right there is because I just did the ink price, the PulseX price doing a lot more, and I did a 300x for the PulseX and Pulsechain only doing a 50x. So let's just say the Pulsechain or flip flop, doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. Let's just say PulseX in this example, since I got my boy Wes on the channel. PulseX goes and does a 50x. Pulsechain only goes and does a 30x. The impermanent loss is 3%. Okay.
Wow.
That's not bad. And during that entire time, guess what? You've earned additional ink as a passive token just by yield farming. And let's just assume this one goes off and does a 500x, and this one goes off and does, let's just even say, based on the ratios, we're looking at basically a 2-to-1 ratio right now, right? So we're just going to say a 2-to-1 ratio. It's a 5% impermanent loss. Now, 5% may be a lot for some, but if you're earning the ink token during the entire time, it's really not that much because you offset it by the amount of ink that you've earned. And then if ink goes off and does its own run as well, say going back up to its previous all-time high of $80 again, you've way offset the impermanent loss in that regard. Like, ink doesn't have to go that far in order for you to offset the impermanent loss in that regard. You just have to say, hey, how long would it take me to make 5%? And so you go back in here, and you go back into this screen, and you say, how long would it take to earn, 5%? So this is 19% a year is kind of what it's saying, right? The 19% APR. So you do 19.97 divided by 365, which would get you roughly around 0.05, and it would take you how long to get to 5% divided by 5? It would take you roughly around 100 days to make up that 5% difference. And that's just if price just stayed flat. And again, the ink price could go off and do another 2x, 3x, and obviously that shortens the time down from 100 to 50 days. And then if it goes down even more to 25 days or whatever the case may be. So that's by far the safest, and you could just let it rock and roll there. You don't have to try to go play with these other shitty protocols and try to go put your freaking Pulse at risk by getting liquidated, or your PulseX at risk by getting liquidated.
You don't have to, man.
You just put it in here and earn ink. Like, what?
It's all in house. You've seen the power of ink.
Right.
Do not disrespect.
Right.
It's a beautiful token. Passive income, baby.
Yep.
Let's win, man.
And
shout out to Toby
back
Wan.
to,
Toby Wan's here.
back to over here. If you just did 50,000 over here, let's just say in a day or in a week, you would still earn 30 ink per week on PulseX farm right now, right? That's the safest play that you can possibly do, and you would have 50,000. So you have 25,000 in Pulse, 25,000 in PulseX. You throw it inside the farm, you earn 29 ink per week. And then you do the math and you say, cool, what if after this bull market 29 ink or 29 ink ends up being $80 again? That's $2,300 that you earned in a week. If you just held the ink token, you didn't do anything with it. You didn't trade it. You didn't sell it. You didn't do anything with it. You left it in there. You didn't harvest. You just let it rock and roll. You didn't compound. You didn't do anything. You just let it rock and roll. It goes back up to $80 every single week right now. That would basically be earning $2,300 is what that basically amounts to right now.
Is that not better than buying real estate, man?
So much better, bro. So much better. You don't have any overhead capital. You don't have any management fees. You don't have any property expenses.
Oh, God.
Tenants to worry about. You don't have to worry about none of that, bro.
I love it here, man. I love it here. I'm glad we talked about this today, man, because people were sleeping on it, man. I was sleeping on it. Like it's real, man. You can make money while you sleep, bro. Fascinating. Shout out to Richard Hart.
Shout out to Richard Hart for sure, man. So much love to Richard Hart, dude. Appreciate everything that you're doing. I feel like this is the old way of doing it. This is how like the older generation does it. Apparently the new generation does it like this, something like that. I don't even know. How does it go?
Yeah, I'm terrible with. Yeah, I'm terrible with it.
I don't even know how like the new generation does it. It's something like this where they end up doing this. Yeah. I don't even know, man. I don't know the exact one how it goes. I'm still doing it wrong.
It's all good. Hey,
what am I doing wrong here? I'm gonna try to get that figured out.
Shout out to Richard Hart, man. And hey, man, some good news coming along. We got the merch is almost ready. We'll let y'all know soon when you can go purchase some PulseNation gear. You see it. Got the hoodies, the t-shirts, the jerseys, soccer jerseys, sweatshirts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Prices is low. Look at this. We're going to have the kids gear. Oh my God. Fascinating. Look at the joggers, man. I might give me some PulseNation joggers real quick. You know what I mean? Special, man. I'm very excited, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's coming
Everyone's
soon.
asking for the merch, so it's around the corner, man. Everyone's asking for the merch, so it's coming.
I ordered samples. I just want to see if the logo looks right and everything's crispy. And once that's all good to go, we'll launch the site and y'all ready to buy.
Yep.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yep. And so yeah, Tesla to the 10x in 5 years. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying, man. It's down, more than 60%. Like that's how it goes, man. Like Tesla's one of those, like Tesla's almost like crypto for stocks, but at the same time, that's just because Elon just be doing crazy shit and not focused on one. He has like 70 different projects that he does at once.
Yep.
And so Elon, Tesla takes a hit.
Elon got the whole car market under control, man. But why don't you find the Elon of crypto, man? I think that's Richard Hart, man. I think that's Richard Hart.
I agree.
No one's better. Nobody's smarter. Nobody knows more. The dude got a shit ton of money, and he's about to have a shit ton more. Good luck.
Yep.
Good luck.
Yeah, the hardest thing to do is nothing. Yeah, 100%. Like that is facts right there, man.
That is facts.
Sometimes doing nothing is crazy. Can you show the process of ending a farm? What do you mean? You just literally, like at the end of the day. So I don't know. I can't really like show you, but I can, I guess, pull it up real quick just to kind of give you like a little rundown. So at the end of the day, say you've done whatever, you've compounded all of your ink, you've done everything that you want. There'll be a minus button over here that you can just simply click on. And when you click on it, it allows you to actually remove the liquidity or the LP tokens that you put in there. So once you remove those LP tokens, you go back into the liquidity. You'll actually see it show up right here. Then you just remove the liquidity from here. You'll then have your incentive token that you've earned the entire time. You'll then have your original tokens that you have split and separated as at the time that you decide to pull your liquidity. If that makes sense. If it doesn't, I have a video, I think, describing it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I explained the ending part of it. I don't know.
It's not as hard as you think, man. But don't go playing around with it. Make sure we're gonna put a video in the description so you can learn the entire process. But just don't go playing around, man. Don't screw yourself. But be careful, man. I seen this funny ass comment, man. Dosteezy, is there a sacrifice for the merch? We ain't doing that. We don't do that. Oh, that's man. And I saw another comment from Steve Mandy, man. I wanted to run through that if I could find it real quick. Okay, he says, I've been around since 2014 in Bitcoin and in the HEX community since the start. The Hexicans have cannibalized their own community with sacrifice after sacrifice, shitcoin after shitcoin. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. We don't need 10,000 coins. We don't need 20,000 coins, all right? Like, relax. You got your coins out, cool. If people buy it, great, but let's hold off. Let's let this thing do the numbers we thought it would do first, and then bring all your bullshit projects over, and then maybe we'll buy into it then. After everybody's rich, So
yep.
Yeah,
and so a lot of people did get hurt with the farming in the beginning because you don't understand ratios, you don't understand liquidity, you don't understand all that good stuff. So many people got scared off in the early stage. And what's funny, I'll leave this like kind of in a simple way. Many people are getting scared off in the ecosystem right now for HEX, for Pulsechain, for PulseX. And you got people who are brand new, who have not been in the community, who have never heard, and they're just buying up these prices because they see them and they're just like, scoop it up. They aren't paying attention to like all the other noise outside, and everyone else is like, who's been in the community for a while, who's been here for a while, are scared to make a play. And so what happens is they just end up outperforming, and they get so much more tokens than you, and they get so much bigger of a bag, and then the bull market comes, and then they get a bigger return because they didn't know any better. They're just like going in. Right. It's it's basically what's it called whenever you the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? It's basically like you think you're smart and you have this whole play happening and you think you're going in and you're like, I'm here, right? And then you start figuring out some shit. So first you start off knowing nothing. You're like, oh my God, I don't know shit. And you just do shit. And whether you get lucky or not, or you end up getting hurt or not, you just like, I don't know. I didn't know any better, whatever. And then you end up this like point in time where you just end up in like this average little Joe area. And then you end up down below where you're like way too fucking smart for your own good.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And that's
yeah.
where you also end up getting hurt, because then you also like, well, I would never do that because of this, this, and this, and this, and this. And that over analytics can also be a paralyzing effect as well. And so sometimes you get the people who just don't know any better, who just like, oh, just whatever, boom, and then they just freaking skyrocket, bro. It's hilarious.
I see.
Hilarious.
Tim Moore says, are there any tax consequences when you put pairs into a pool? Honestly, I don't know. I think that's something I'm going to have to research after this. ATX, I don't know. Do you know, or is that something we're just going to have to look into?
Oh man, everything is taxed. Let's just keep it simple,
Yeah,
bro.
let's see. Yeah.
You
let's just say
earn
that.
yield,
Good
and whenever
point.
you end up like getting yield, that's that, you know. But again, you gotta figure out your own person to get that done.
Toby wants the secrets, man. I don't know if this is a Patreon only, or Toby One says, can you drop a link for the impermanent loss calculator? Helped an onboard become a farmer last night. Can you do that, ATX, or is that?
Well, I mean, it's CoinGecko, bro. I don't know. I'm not doing anything crazy. CoinGecko impermanent loss, like, you know.
There you go. CoinGecko impermanent loss.
CoinGecko right here, impermanent loss calculator right there. I think you could even go over to learn or products. I don't even remember where I ended up doing it anymore over here. NFT, definitely not NFT. Learn. Yeah, just type it in on Google. Type in CoinGecko impermanent loss calculator, and boom.
Shout out Toby, man. Appreciate the super chat.
I could just drop it in the chat, I guess.
100%, man.
Boom. Dropped it in the chat for you, my friend.
There you go. Shout out Toby One, man. We appreciate the super chat. And with that being said, I think we need to take a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys subscribe.
They died of me. Look at me now. I'm up in my section, blowing it loud. Living it up, and I'm the man in my town. Repping it right, yeah, I'm holding it down,
Take this time to like, comment, and subscribe to PulseNation.
I ain't worried about nothing, I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing, I ain't worried about nothing.
Toby again with the T. Toby with the T says, my tax attorney and accountant consider entering and exiting LP is a migration, so it's not taxable. When you swap your ink, it will be all capital gains and you get it at zero cost. There you go, man.
And everyone's going to have a different thing, man. Like you could talk to 15 different tax people and you'll get 15 different answers, because at the end of the day, it's crazy. I appreciate you sharing that information, but again, like if you go talk to your own tax professional and they don't say the same thing, just anticipate that, because there's not really clear rules and regulations in crypto, right? There's just that whole little mix up in the first place that you should only really be taxed if you're actually taking capital gains into cash and fiat. And then in the meantime of you being in the crypto world, shouldn't. But again, I have people who say every transaction you do is a taxable event. I have people who say nothing is. Like, all these things are still getting figured out. So just keep that in mind, folks.
Do your own research, man. That's important.
DYOR.
Yes.
DYOR
CryptoX says, and anyone crying about RH ecosystem, this is part of the process. This is how it performs well, because this ensures only a few will be at the finish line. That is facts. That is facts, man. Disciple. PulseNation is the best show in crypto. Yeah, I said it. I agree, man. I agree. God, I love doing this, man. I love doing this. And you know what's crazy? We don't realize it right now. I seen that. We don't realize it right now, but in a couple years, man, you know, we could be able to say we saved some people.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, I'm cutting out. Guys,
No, it just went loud for a second, but it came back. All good.
Okay, cool. I was just gonna say, man, it's crazy that like a couple years from now, like we'll be able to say we saved some people, man. You know, that'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope, man.
It'd be even better when you can see the people, you can see the people who's made money and all that good stuff, right? Like it's always fun when you can help other people and save them and all that good stuff. It's even better when you can like truly change their lives. And you know, I think that's where the billionaire mindset comes into play. A billionaire has the ability to go make millionaires, right? And so like that's a billionaire, right? You could be rich by yourself on an island, or you can help others find true wealth as well. And that's what RH is doing for us right now. He's given us a platform to not have to pay exorbitant gas fees like on Ethereum. Shit, I saw very briefly the other day Ethereum was in the 20 Gwei region, and I hadn't seen that for a damn near a month. And it's still up in the 30s right now. Again, $42 to swap a token. That's too freaking much, guys. You can go swap on Pulsechain for pennies. Exactly.
Look, man, I'm gonna go ahead with Crypto 7 and agree, bro. Shout out to Crypto 7 first of all, man. Appreciate you, dog. You've been here all throughout the bear. You've been positive, been bullish. We appreciate influencers and streamers like you. Make sure y'all go follow Crypto7 on Twitter, subscribe to his YouTube channel. He says, PulseNation has caused Pulse to pump.
Yep.
Bruh, every time we stream, bruh, okay? Crypto Wonder mentions just, yo, go back to the dates. Check the dates when we stream. That's the pump?
Yeah, that's happening.
I don't know what else to tell y'all, bruh. Go check this stream, the last stream. Why? I'm telling you, man, PulseNation is not. RH is aligned with us, bruh. He's trying to tell y'all, all right? You seen the tweet when I went up at your homeboy, your favorite, and he put that tweet out about traders. Come on, bruh. I don't got to keep telling y'all.
Right.
Good luck.
Yep.
Good luck, man.
100%, man. And again, like what's funny is even if the price was to go all the way back down, like we talked about in the very beginning, and it goes back down to the 4 zeros and a 6, right? I mean, we're still on a bullish trajectory at that point in time. As crazy as that freaking is for everyone, just keep that in mind. But eventually, there will be a point in time where, folks, these prices will not be seen again. Right? It's tough. It's tough to imagine. It's tough to imagine because of recency bias. It's tough to imagine because of the bear. It's tough to imagine this ecosystem pumping for some people.
Yep.
Keep in mind that in the future, and you look back at this day right here, these prices won't be seen again, folks. And I do mean future, not just like, oh, tomorrow's the future. No, bro.
Yo,
next cycle
moving like that?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm
next
looking at
cycle.
this chart. Go ahead.
Yeah,
next cycle.
That's what I'm saying. Next cycle is going to be where you're going to get that whole thing. And again, you're never going to see these prices again. So assume, hey, even if you buy right now, and guys, for whatever reason, if you buy and it dips, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because you're still getting a price that will never be seen again in the future, folks. Yep. Yep.
Damn.
Yep, that's it.
Damn. I love that chart.
Yep.
I love that chart, baby.
Woo. Yep. And again, all it takes is again just people coming in. People are gonna get tired of the ETH fees. There is a true narrative. Not only that, all the tokens were copied over and forked over on Pulsechain on May 12th. So like any tokens people were holding, they all got copied over. So there will be a point in time where this thing does have true narrative. It's okay for everything to play out as it is right now. If you just step away from the computer, if you don't have the ability to look at or to buy, just take a break from looking at the price, right? If you're looking for a better opportunity, yeah, then look at the price for a better opportunity, sure. But don't harp on it and make you feel some type of way.
Shout out to this comment on the screen. I appreciate that. That is fantastic. Prince is in the chat, baby.
Go ahead. 100%.
Oh, no,
you
you
are
good.
RH.
Yeah, we are, man. We represent RH, bro. Shout out to Brizology again, though, man. I seen Brizology in the trenches battling some of these assholes, man. Good for you, bro. Good for you, man. We ain't afraid of nobody, man. We ain't afraid of no FUD.
Yeah, so you can't. So again, this is one of those. That's Grandpa Pulse is talking about this right here. What about borrowing the max from liquid loans, but believe loan tokens are not taxable? Cost you 10% to be liquidated. Much lower than capital gains. Yeah, so when you actually get liquidated, that is a taxable event, by the way. Just FYI, in case you didn't know. But again, you say 10%, that is a possibility. Everyone has a different number there as well. So you're going to talk to many different tax professionals who do say different things. Yes, the loan taken out possibility is there in the future. However, many people don't plan that far ahead. And so what happens is they don't see into the future that far. They get liquidated well before. They lose 2.6 billion PulseX right now. And then the sucker goes off and does 100x. Like, how mad would you be if you lost 100,000 right now, which is 2.6 billion damn near, right? You lost 100,000 and then it goes off and does 100x. That's $10 million. Like, cool. You look at it and you're like, oh, it's just 100,000. You got $1 million portfolio. Cool. Whatever. If you want to say that, cool. Some people have the ability, if done right, to actually buy the dip. There's a point in time where you can get liquidated and actually buy the dip. But what if you happen to be that one unlucky soul or one unlucky individual where you get liquidated, the price doesn't go lower, and you can't buy the tokens that you once had? Eventually, the price just goes off, and then you're just screwed. And then, you're looking at what was 100,000 back then, could have been 10 million in the future. Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Please come home. I got beans them lonely.
Dude, you pay taxes on everything, Wealth. Like, how do you not know, bro? Like, you pay taxes at your job, and then you go to the grocery store, and you pay taxes there, and then you go to the gas station, you pay taxes there, and then you go. They just keep taking out money, man. That's just all they do, right? And so, like, they made a proposal about sending, you know, the Ukraine. Don't get me wrong, however you feel about this, but you send like 16 billion to them or 160 billion to them, you could just wipe away people paying taxes and just pay that toward the government, and it would actually do the exact same effect. But they don't, and they go give all this money away to all these other people. So. Yeah, I mean, it's all kind of corrupted, man. I think everyone has a good idea of this at this point in time. Just keep that in mind, that the government will try to do anything that they can to get their greasy hands on your freaking money.
They sure will. They sure will. Very disgusting, man. Hey, man, been a fun ass stream. We about an hour in, and what you say? You want to keep going? You want to wrap it up? What are we doing here?
We're good to wrap up here in a second. I feel like everyone got. Definitely. I feel like everyone got a good bit of information.
Questions? Yeah.
One thing I will actually say to everyone is, again, pullbacks are in the game, folks. 10%, 20%, 30%, shit, 60%, 70%, even 80% dips happen. They do.
Look at this, man. In the chat, Brazology, Crypto7, I apologize. You were totally right about Sami being a snake in the grass. You are ahead of the curve, man. Yeah. Very, very weird behavior, man. Very weird behavior. But
I haven't checked out any of his posts at all for like the last months. My life is so much better. So
I'll never do it again. Waste of time.
Like, that's just, you don't need to be like surrounding yourself with everyone who's like the only yes man and all that good stuff. I'm not saying go do that, but if you find yourself feeling negatively affected by some certain stuff, or just affected emotionally in some sort of way somehow.
I'm not a trader. If you're a trader,
you gotta get that out of your life, man.
If you're a trader, that's your fate. That's your content. Go watch that bullshit. We're not traders here. We hold. Right. All right, we're gonna wait.
Yep.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, and it's short term, guys. You might see some pain. That's all good, because long term, 100%. You win, right? So. Half the time, you just got to be able to make it through whatever the tough time it is. It's the same in life, dude. If you've ever gone through a rough point in time in your life, you come out ahead on the other side typically a lot better and a lot further ahead than you ever once were. If you get the right mindset, if you allow yourself to actually grow and become a better human being because of what you went through, right? And so everyone's wanting this money side of things real fast, and we'll just kind of wrap it up.
Yeah.
Everyone wants this money side of thing. Money is just an amplifier for whatever it is, right? And so, like, if you were to get rich out of nowhere, what happens is, if you're a shitty human being, money just amplifies you being a shitty human being, right? If you were a good person who was a kind individual, you become a bigger, kinder individual. If you got your money because of the hard work and effort and perseverance that you put in, and the discipline and time and dedication that you crafted to learn it, by the time you get money, you become amplified the ability to do all that same stuff even more, right? And so that's what really matters. Like, at the end of the day, this is us sharpening a tool right now. That's it, right? That's it. Your tool's getting sharper right now. And by the time the wealth comes, you can amplify that ability even further ahead into the future as well.
There it goes.
But if you end up just making $1,000 to $1 million quickly, you end up getting rents half the time, or you end up becoming, a broke pleb.
There it is, people. There it is. Perfect way to wrap up the stream. Sharpen them tools, baby. Let's get this money. Let's get this financial freedom. I didn't come here to lose, baby. I came here to win.
Absolutely. And with that said, guys, we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch.